One of the really popular demonstrations that we showed over the past few years was for the Slingbox, a very cool concept that takes a bit of work to get your head around. Have a look.
Don't you hate missing your favorite TV show? Oh, to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, to be put upon by the constraints of travel, to miss, to muff those missives that are most dear. 'Tis misfortune in the sublime. Okay, you got TV at home, you got your cable connection, you order all sorts of sports, especially pay-per-view channels, and then when that hockey game is on that you want to watch, or maybe an episode of Deadwood that you are dying to see, you aren't at home, but no, you're in a hotel room in Wichita. Now that's unfortunate in itself, but even worse, there ain't no hockey in Wichita, so now you're going to miss the game. Oh, now if it's a TV show, you can record it if you plan ahead, but record the hockey game? This is the solution. This looks like an expensive box of European chocolate, but it's not. It's the Slingbox. You may have heard of it. The Slingbox is the answer to Wichita hotel rooms while important hockey games are on. What the Slingbox does is it allows us to do something called place shifting, taking our stuff and delivering it to us wherever we happen to be. In this case, our stuff is our television. What happens is it actually plugs in to your home entertainment system and then delivers all of your entertainment to you wherever you are using the internet. It's a brilliant concept. It connects to our cable connection, to our set-top box, or to our satellite receiver, and it also connects to the internet. Then the Slingbox acts as an interface between our cable connection, between our TV and the internet, compressing the video and delivering it to us. We use a piece of software called Sling Remote to access our Slingbox and thereby accessing our own cable TV. I've got Sling Remote loaded here. Now you can load it onto a notebook computer, you can load it onto a desktop computer, it doesn't matter, but what happens is you turn it on, I'm just going to power it up here, and we've set up a Slingbox on a cable TV connection. It's several miles away right now, so this is just like it would be in the real world, and you turn it on, and the remote here actually controls the set-top box that we have. It's a set-top box on one of the local cable providers, and now we see the video streaming through. Now, when you first start up, the video will be a little bit choppy till it kind of gets up to speed, but you get pretty good streaming quality through. Now, it is compressed video. It's not as good as what you're going to get at home, but you're not at home. You might be in a hotel room somewhere. It gives you access to the television that you're paying for wherever you are, especially important for things like those hockey games. So we can control our set-top box from this control here, and we can change channels. We can even go in and take a look at the guide. Take a look here. We click on guide. Sorry, Hudson, we're going to take a look at the guide, see what's coming up, plan our viewing. If we have one of the advanced PVR type set-top boxes, we can even record, time shift. We can do all the things that we can do if we're sitting there in the living room with a remote. We can do it over the internet and deliver the video to us wherever we happen to be. Now, if you're in a hotel room, have you ever watched a movie on one of the hotel room TVs, those crappy little RCA TVs that are way too red in color, and you watch a movie for 11 bucks? If you got the movie channel at home, why not just watch your movie over the Slingbox? You can put the video up in a corner, you can work on a word processing document, do your presentation, all the while the hockey game is running in the corner. It's a very, very cool concept. Now, as far as setting up this software and the hardware, it's pretty straightforward, especially if you have newer networking gear. If you've got older networking gear, you actually have to go into your router and open up some ports. It's a little bit techy, but with newer networking gear, it's a simple click of the mouse, it's installed, and you can be up and running very quickly. So, therein lies the tale, for all with ears to perceive, with eyes to see, for it is in the bandwidth, the very juice of that which binds. Say you never again, alas, passed by am I, for connection and pleasure I could not take, for it is in the box and the sling that your need shall be whetted, your curiosity sated, your being complete.
We mentioned in that segment that installing the Slingbox was pretty straightforward as long as you have a modern and newer router. But we want to emphasize this strongly. Make sure that you have a UPnP compliant router. UPnP stands for Universal Plug and Play, and it makes all of the difference in the world. If you don't have one, I would actually rate installing a Slingbox under the difficult all the way to très difficult category. But with the UPnP router, much easier. If you have any concerns about how your router will perform, do a search online. There's lists of routers and how easy or difficult they were to install with the Slingbox. All of the products that we looked at in this best of show have stood the test of time for us. Now, the real key to productivity is learning and mastering tools and techniques and not having to constantly reinvent the wheel. It's tempting to always look to newer and theoretically better solutions, but the time that you spend mastering techniques should not be forgotten. In a lot of cases, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So be sure to evaluate every new product with not just what it'll do for you, but how long it's going to take you to ramp up to the same level of productivity that you currently enjoy. Now, all the products we looked at earlier may have newer and shinier competitors, but they still work just fine for us. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here on Dotto Tech.